Yeah, hi there. In these comments, I'm going to just use your initials, M-Y. My. That's a cool initials you have there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and read your essay, and in each paragraph, I might make one or two corrections afterwards, just to give you an idea of maybe a problem you might have, and then how you can correct that particular problem. All right, paragraph 1. There is no doubt that live with roommate is one of the most important matters nowadays. Most of people hold different views due to the respective angles. While both the two methods may have their advantages and disadvantages, they can be applied under various circumstances. I strongly believe that when I want to stay with a person who shares an apartment, that has to be honest, helpful, and quiet. So grammatically, it's a mess. You're having a lot of problems. But let me just make one example. In that final sentence, your thesis, you could revise it to say something like this. Say, I strongly believe that when I want to stay with a person who shares an apartment with me, comma, he or she has to be honest, helpful, and quiet. And that solves that problem. There's problems in every line in that paragraph, but I just wanted to give you an example of one change you could make that would solve a sentence structure problem. All right, let's go to your next paragraph. First of all, a new roommate requisites to be sincere. When I want to live with someone I don't, we have to be honest with each other. In addition, he or she should have confidence because we probably became friends in the future. For example, my friend Mohammed lives with roommate for 1 year and they become best friends because they are not live for each other. To sum up, honesty is the best thing between people. Now, you got to get more specific. You're now getting into your body paragraphs. Your introduction, you don't have to be that specific. You just get to the thesis. But you need to give some more specific basic examples here. So if you say, my friend lived with a roommate for 1 year and because they didn't lie, and then try to give an example to help illustrate that point, and that might help add some depth to that paragraph. Now again, you're having problems with almost every sentence in this paragraph, and I'm going to just revise the first one just to give you an example. First of all, you might say, my new roommate should be sincere. That's probably a better way to use that sentence. Again, first of all, my new roommate should be sincere. Okay, let's go to the next paragraph. Secondly, the most significant thing is helping each other. Now, I would revise that to say, the most important quality in a roommate is that, how about this? Now, wait a minute. The most important qualities in roommates are that they help each other. Something like that. Sometime I need help from my roommate, so I need someone how love to help his roommate. Furthermore, if we assist each other, that will make our life easy. The main reason for believing that that my friend Ali came to the U.S. to learn English, so he shares his room with roommate how native speaker. His roommate aim him to learn English and help him if he has homework. Summary, helping is one of the best things. You're getting a little bit better with your examples, but there are just too many problems with your word choice and your sentence structure in this paragraph, and it's actually making it difficult for me to understand what you're saying. Okay, let's go to the third paragraph. It says, the last thing that I'm interested in is quiet. Now, I would revise that because you need to make sure your topic sentence, MY, is connected back to the purpose of the writing, which is, what are some of the most important qualities of a good roommate, right? So keeping that in mind, you might say something like this. The last important quality in a good roommate is that he or she is quiet. I would change your sentence to say like that. You say, an illustration of this is my friend Yusuf, who lives with roommate, annoying that make party every day. Therefore, my friend cannot study. However, he decided to study at Starbucks every day. And good use of the semicolon. Very nice. Excellent. You say he decided to study at Starbucks every day and came to his room at night to sleep. Sometime he didn't sleep because the party finished at 2 a.m., so he came to sleep in my apartment. After this issue, I decide if I want to share room or apartment with someone I don't know. I have to make condition about this cause. Okay, again, there's a lot of problems in this paragraph grammatically, and I'm going to work with your second sentence, beginning with an illustration of this. So you simply need to change some of the words you're spelling, so you're not sure about how versus who. I would do this. An illustration of this is my friend Yusuf, who lives with an annoying roommate that makes a party every day. That's how I would change that particular sentence, right? Okay, let's go to the final paragraph. It says, as we have seen, be careful before you choose a roommate. Okay, I probably wouldn't use be careful. You're using what's called an imperative or what's called a directive or command type sentence, but you're not really commanding your audience. I don't think that's the right tone for what you're trying to do with this writing. I would revise it to say, it is important to choose, to be careful before choosing a roommate. The new roommate has not to have deceptive, useless, and annoying. Moreover, I strongly believe that if you say you, I'm going to say if I live with a roommate and keep some money, I will not maybe feel uncomfortable or worried that my roommate's going to take that money. All right? So good news, I got good and bad news about your essay. The good news is you have, I think, the idea. You know how to organize, I think, a writing task. You know how to structure your thesis. You're doing a pretty good job on your topic sentences. You could do a little bit better job on giving the details to help illustrate each of your ideas. So generally, though, you're going in the right direction with your writing, and you know what you need to do, but, this is a big but, your grammar is getting in the way of your communication, and it's making it very tough for me to understand your ideas. Now, keeping that in mind, I'm now going to give you a score and then give you some suggestions. I'm going to put you right now at 2.0 out of 4. And that's going to put you at, out of 5. That's 14 points out of 30 on this particular writing task. You have a large number of errors in sentence structure and or usage. You have numerous problems with inappropriate word choice or word forms. You could improve a little bit in the development of your ideas as they relate to your topic sentences. All right? Now, the next question is, what lesson should you focus on to get better? And I don't think you have an easy problem here. This is a problem that's not going to be solved easily. However, I do have some suggestions that can begin helping you make progress. First of all, go to my grammar section of my course, do all lessons. Lesson 1, 2, 3, 4. Lesson number 7. Lesson number 7, this is the one you want to work on the most. Focus in the writing and the grammar areas of my lesson number 7. This is very, very important for you. But this is not enough. So in addition to working in the grammar section of my course, I also suggest that you take time to read. Read a lot. Read magazines, read newspapers, read longer books. And every now and then when you're reading, I want you to take a paragraph from whatever it is that you're reading. I want you to either type it into your computer or to write it on a piece of paper by hand. Make sure the spelling is perfect. make sure it's exactly the way that you read it. And this kind of helps you pay a little bit more attention, I think, to the grammar and the word choice that you see in whatever it is you're reading. So I think you can solve your problem by doing a combination of a very intense grammar study and also some very intensive reading, following my suggestions I just gave you. Alrighty, anyway, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to have read your essay. I hope I'm not scaring you or anything like that. I'm not trying to do that. I'm simply trying to give you some suggestions as to what problems you're having and how you can solve those problems. And anyway, thank you very much for completing this independent speaking practice test. Keep up the good work, and MY, I look forward to reading your next independent practice test coming up in a few weeks.